like a Hellcat.
Welcome back guys, my name is Roman and you're watching Knowledge World. So let's start out today's video. Talking about the theme of today's video, we are going to talk about the top 10 scientists of the world who try to change the world. So let's know about them one by one. Talking about the person who comes at the number 10 position, it is Aristotle. Aristotle is a great early Greek scientist who made many types of researches in the natural sciences that includes the botany, zoology, physics, astronomy, chemistry as well as geometry. He was the person who tried to change the world, but due to his sudden death, he was not able to complete his research. Now we are going to talk about the person who comes at the number 9 position. Talking about the person who comes at the number 9 position, it is James Clerk Maxwell. Talking about this person, he made the great strides in understanding the electromagnetism. His research in electricity and kinetics laid the foundation of the quantum physics. Einstein said that the work of Maxwell, as well as we can say that the work of James Clerk Maxwell changed the world forever. So he was the person who changed the world, who made the ancient world turn into the modern world. Now we are going to talk about the person who comes at the number 8 position. Talking about the person who comes at the number 8 position, it is Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla was the famous scientist who worked on the electromagnetism as well as the AC current. He was credited with many patents from the electricity to radio transmission, and he also played a very important role in the development of the modern electricity. Because of him, we are able to see the light in our homes today, we are able to run the errands today, we are able to watch the television today. So he is the scientist who made the great strides in the past to make the very big project and also to make our task easier. Now we are going to talk about the person who comes at the number 7th position. Talking about the person who comes at the number 7th position, it is Otto Hahn. Otto Hahn was a German chemist who discovered the nuclear fusion in 1939. He was the scientist in the field of radiochemistry and discovered the radioactive elements. He was awarded with Nobel Prize for chemistry in 1944. He is the person who also changed the world of chemistry. Now we are going to talk about the person who comes at the number 6 position. Talking about the person who comes at the number 6 position, it is Charles Darwin. Talking about the Charles Darwin, Darwin developed his theory of evolution against the backdrop of disbelief and skepticism. He collected the evidence over 20 years and he published his conclusions on the origin of species in 1859. He was the person who changed the evolution of the humankind. Now we are going to talk about the person who comes at the number 5 position. Talking about the number 5 position, the person who comes at the number 5 position, it is the famous scientist, namely Albert Einstein. Talking about the Albert Einstein, he revolutionized the modern physics with his general theory of relativity. He won the Nobel Prize in physics in 1921 for his discovery of the photoelectric effect, which formed the base of the quantum theory. Now we are going to talk about the person who comes at the number 4. Talking about the person who comes at the number 4, it is Marie Curie. Marie Curie was a famous woman scientist and a Polish physicist and chemist. She discovered the radiation and helped to apply it in the field of X-ray. She won the Nobel Prize in both chemistry as well as in physics. The person who likes Albert Einstein and Marie Curie, please like the video as well as please subscribe the channel. Now we are going to talk about the person who comes at the number 3 position. Talking about the person who comes at the number 3 position, it is Galileo Galilei. Galileo Galilei was a famous scientist who created one of his first modern telescope. Galileo Galilei revolutionized our understanding of world, successfully proving that the earth revolves around the sun, not in the other way around. His work, two new sciences laid the groundwork for the science of kinetics and strength of materials. He was the person who changed the world of astronomy. Now we are going to talk about the person who comes at the number 2 position. Talking about the person who comes at the number 2 position, it is Louis Pasteur. Talking about the Louis Pasteur contributed greatly towards the advancement of the medical science, developing his cures for the rabies and any other infections. Also, he treated the disease. He also invented the process of pasteurization to make the milk safer to drink. He probably saved more lives than any other person saved. He was a famous scientist. Do you know the process, namely pasteurization, for preserving our milk? It was discovered by Louis Pasteur. So please hit a like on the video. Now we are going to talk about the person who comes at the number one. Talking about the person who comes at the number one position, it is Sir Isaac Newton. Sir Isaac Newton. Newton was a polymath who made the investigations in the whole range of subjects, including the mathematics, optics, physics, as well as astronomy. In his Principia Mathematica, that was published in 1687, he laid the foundation for the classical mechanics, explaining the law of gravity and law of motion. Here you can see the picture of Sir Isaac Newton. According to me, Sir Isaac Newton as well as Albert Einstein, they both were the great scientists who made the world change, who made the ancient world into the modern world. So thank you for watching the video. Please like, share, subscribe the channel, as well as click on the bell icon to get the regular notifications regarding the videos that I will be uploading. Thank you. Please subscribe.